Hello and welcome back to another quick fix. Have you ever had your PS2 Slim console stop reading discs? It's not that it can't read discs and gives you an error message like this. It's more like it just doesn't do anything. It just sits there as if you never put a disc in it at all. But if you slam the lid down or put a book on top of it, the problem goes away. Well, let's fix that permanently so you never need to mess with this ever again. There are two small switches. One in the front and the back of the disc tray to confirm that the lid is closed. Over time, the one in the back typically will either fail or can't be fully pressed anymore due to a misalignment of the lid. Both switches need to confirm that the lid is closed to start spinning and reading a disc, so this is normally the root of the problem. But now, how to fix it? You will need a soldering iron and some solder to go along with it. A good pair of tweezers and a small Phillips screwdriver as well. There are some optional items like a small flat screwdriver for prying open the case screw covers, and some spare wire component legs, or really anything that can be soldered with to form a connection between two pads. Start by removing the top of the housing. There are 6 screws hidden underneath the little covers on the bottom of the unit. These all need to be removed to be able to take the top lid off. Now we are going to remove the switch at the rear of the console. Grab your tweezers and wiggle it while you're heating up the 4 pads that hold it in place. If it breaks while you're doing this, just like this one did, don't worry about it because we are just discarding it anyway. This will be a little tricky, so if you don't feel comfortable soldering these parts with the board still in the case, feel free to remove the bottom of the housing to give you some more room to work. Once the switch is out, you need to short all the pads so it looks like the switch is still there and in the closed position. I'm using a small component leg that I've cut into even smaller sections and will be soldering them into place onto the board pads. You can also just dump a big blob of solder on top of these pads to connect them all as well, but I like to have it a little bit more tidy. But when you're done, it should look similar to this. And that's it. Now you can do a quick test without the lid to make sure that it is working by holding down the front switch with a disc in place. Once it starts spinning, you're in good shape. Pop the lid back on, button up the housing, and start up your favorite game because you'll never have to deal with this lid issue ever again. If this quick fix helped you in any way, please consider subscribing and be sure to check out the other repair videos on my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next fix.